The North Pole, a realm of ice and mystery. Few have ventured to this remote corner of our planet, yet it continues to beckon with its promise of adventure and discovery. For centuries, this frozen frontier has captivated the human spirit. Join us on a virtual expedition to the top of the world. We'll journey across frozen landscapes, marvel at the aurora borealis, and uncover the hidden wonders of this polar realm. Prepare to be amazed by the stories of those who dared to explore this unforgiving environment. The North Pole exists in a state of perpetual flux, shaped by the Earth's axis tilt. Continuous daylight for 6 months, followed by 6 months of darkness, profoundly affects all life here. Summer brings a brief thaw, fueling an explosion of life. As darkness descends, the Arctic transforms, illuminated by stars and the moon. The polar night is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life. The aurora borealis, or northern lights, is a mesmerizing phenomenon of the polar night. This celestial ballet of light and color has captivated skywatchers for centuries. It's a symphony of greens, blues, pinks and violets, painting a canvas of ever-shifting patterns across the night sky. To witness the aurora borealis is to experience a profound connection to the cosmos. Despite extreme conditions, the Arctic teems with life. Polar bears, the iconic apex predators, are masters of survival in this frozen desert. Walruses, with their long tusks, are highly social animals congregating in large herds. Beneath the icy surface, a hidden world teems with life, showcasing the remarkable adaptability of life on Earth. The North Pole has beckoned explorers for centuries, drawn by its mystique and the allure of the unknown. Early expeditions, fraught with hardship and danger, laid the foundation for our understanding of this remote region. Their stories are tales of incredible human endurance and the relentless pursuit of discovery. By the 20th century, the race to the North Pole had become a matter of national pride. Robert Peary and Frederick Cook, 2 American explorers, each claimed to have reached the pole first, igniting a controversy. The debate over who truly conquered the North Pole remains the subject of historical intrigue. While Peary and Cook's rivalry captured attention, explorers like Roald Amundsen made their mark on the Arctic. Amundsen's successful navigation of the Northwest Passage and his conquest of the South Pole solidified his reputation. The tragic fate of Scott's expedition serves as a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the polar regions. Beyond geographic conquest, explorers sought scientific knowledge in the North Pole. Their expeditions yielded invaluable data on weather patterns, geology, and the Arctic ecosystem. These findings continue to shape our understanding of the Arctic's delicate balance. The North Pole has long captured the human imagination, inspiring myths and legends across cultures. Inuit, Sami, and Norse mythologies offer a glimpse into how different cultures perceive the Arctic. These stories reflect a deep respect for the power of nature and the mysteries of the frozen North. The North Star guiding light of the Arctic. Of all the celestial bodies, none has held more significance for navigators and dreamers than Polaris. Located almost directly above the Earth's North Pole, Polaris appears virtually motionless. This unwavering presence has guided travelers across oceans and deserts. For sailors, the North Star was a lifeline. Measuring the angle between the horizon and Polaris determined their latitude. This knowledge allowed them to plot courses and find their way home. Beyond navigation, the North Star holds profound symbolic meaning. Its constancy amidst changing seasons symbolizes guidance and hope. Seen as a divine symbol, it guides humanity. In literature, it represents dreams and aspirations. It reminds us to follow our internal compass, even in adversity. Modern myths and the enduring allure of the pole. While scientific exploration has unveiled many mysteries, the North Pole's remoteness and extreme environment continue to fuel the imagination. From hidden civilizations beneath the ice to UFO sightings, the North Pole remains fertile ground for the unknown. One enduring myth is Santa Claus, the jolly figure who brings gifts on Christmas Eve. Traced back to St. Nicholas, the modern image of Santa at the North Pole is a recent invention. This image gained popularity in the 19th century, depicting his workshop hidden in snow and ice. It transformed the North Pole into a magical realm of childhood wonder and giving. Beyond Santa, the North Pole is a focal point for conspiracy theories and paranormal speculation. Some believe in secret government bases hidden from public view. These theories speak to the enduring allure of the unknown and human fascination with hidden truths. The North Pole, with its extreme environment, continues to capture the imagination, a canvas for our hopes and fears. The fragile balance of ice and stone. The Arctic, once considered an immutable fortress of ice and stone, is now revealing its vulnerability to the forces of change. The delicate balance that has sustained this unique ecosystem for millennia is under threat, as the effects of climate change cast a long shadow over the frozen north. The Arctic is warming at an alarming rate, twice as fast as the global average, triggering a cascade of effects that ripple through the entire ecosystem. The most visible and dramatic consequence of this warming trend is the shrinking of the Arctic sea ice. This vast expanse of frozen ocean, which expands and contracts with the seasons, is a critical component of the Arctic ecosystem. It provides a hunting platform for polar bears, a breeding ground for seals, and a habitat for a diverse array of marine life. As the ice recedes, these creatures are losing their homes and their sources of food. The loss of sea ice also has profound implications for the global climate. The bright, white surface of the ice reflects sunlight back into space, helping to regulate the Earth's temperature. As the ice melts, it exposes darker ocean water, which absorbs more heat, further accelerating the warming process. This feedback loop, known as the albedo effect, amplifies the impacts of climate change in the Arctic. The melting of glaciers and ice caps on land is another visible sign of the Arctic's transformation. As these massive ice formations melt, they contribute to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities around the world. The influx of fresh water from melting glaciers also disrupts ocean currents, which play a vital role in regulating global climate patterns. Guardians of the Arctic Indigenous Stewardship. For millennia, the indigenous peoples of the Arctic have lived in harmony with this harsh yet fragile environment. Their cultures, traditions, and very survival are intricately intertwined with the rhythms of the Arctic seasons, the movements of animals, and the delicate balance of the ecosystem. They are the true guardians of the Arctic, possessing a deep understanding of its vulnerabilities and the need for its protection. Indigenous communities have witnessed firsthand the accelerating pace of change in the Arctic. They have observed shifts in animal migration patterns, the thinning of sea ice, and the erosion of coastline. Their traditional knowledge, passed down through generations of observation and experience, provides invaluable insights into the impacts of climate change and the potential strategies for adaptation. Despite facing challenges to their own livelihoods and cultural heritage, indigenous communities have been at the forefront of efforts to protect the Arctic environment. They have advocated for sustainable resource management practices, the establishment of protected areas, and the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. Their voices, rooted in generations of experience and a deep respect for the natural world, carry a moral weight that demands attention. The inclusion of indigenous knowledge and perspectives is crucial in developing effective conservation strategies for the Arctic. Their understanding of the intricate relationships within the ecosystem, their traditional practices of sustainable harvesting, and their deep spiritual connection to the land offer invaluable guidance in navigating the challenges of climate change and preserving the Arctic for future generations. A collective responsibility charting a sustainable future. The fate of the Arctic is not solely the concern of those who live within its icy embrace. The changes unfolding in this remote region have profound implications for the entire planet, affecting sea levels, weather patterns, and the global climate system. Protecting the Arctic requires a collective effort, a recognition that the well-being of this seemingly distant region is inextricably linked to our own. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, the primary driver of climate change, is paramount. Transitioning to clean energy sources, improving energy efficiency, and promoting sustainable consumption patterns are essential steps in mitigating the impacts of climate change on the Arctic and the planet as a whole. Supporting scientific research and monitoring programs is crucial for understanding the complex changes occurring in the Arctic and developing effective adaptation and conservation strategies. International collaboration is essential in sharing data, coordinating research efforts, and implementing policies that transcend national boundaries. Promoting sustainable economic activities in the Arctic is essential for balancing economic development with environmental protection. Investing in renewable energy, ecotourism, and sustainable fishing practices can provide economic opportunities while minimizing the impact on the fragile Arctic ecosystem. The Arctic, once a symbol of remoteness and immutability, is now a stark reminder of our interconnectedness with the planet. The challenges facing this region demand a collective response, a recognition that the fate of the Arctic is ultimately intertwined with our own. By embracing sustainable practices, supporting scientific research, and amplifying the voices of indigenous communities, we can help chart a course towards a future where the Arctic continues to inspire wonder and sustain life for generations to come. Reflections from the top of the world. We've journeyed far, from the familiar to the extreme, to reach the top of the world. The North Pole, a place of stark beauty and relentless challenge, has revealed its secrets, whispering tales of resilience, adaptation, and the interconnectedness of all life. We've witnessed the celestial dance of the aurora borealis, painting the night sky with vibrant hues of green, blue, and violet. We've marveled at the tenacity of life, from microscopic algae clinging to ice floes to polar bears navigating the frozen wastes. And we've retraced the footsteps of legendary explorers, those who dared to venture into the unknown, driven by a thirst for discovery and a determination to push the boundaries of human endurance. But the North Pole is more than just a geographical destination or a scientific marvel. It's a place that stirs the soul, igniting our sense of wonder and reminding us of the power and fragility of the natural world. The stories we've uncovered, from ancient myths to modern-day challenges, underscore the profound significance of the Arctic, not just for the creatures that call it home, but for all of humanity. The Arctic, once considered a remote and unchanging fortress, is now at the forefront of global concern. The impacts of climate change are being felt most acutely in this region, with melting ice caps, rising sea levels, and shifting weather patterns sending ripples across the planet. The journey continues. Our virtual expedition to the North Pole may be coming to an end, but the journey to understand, appreciate, and protect this extraordinary region continues. The fate of the Arctic is intertwined with our own, and the choices we make today will determine its future and, in turn, the future of our planet. As we've seen, the Arctic is facing unprecedented challenges, from climate change to biodiversity loss to the impacts of human activities. But amidst these challenges, there is also hope. Scientists, indigenous communities, policymakers, and individuals around the world are working together to find solutions to mitigate the impacts of change and to chart a more sustainable course for the Arctic. We can all play a role in protecting this fragile region by reducing our carbon footprint, supporting sustainable practices, and raising awareness about the importance of the Arctic. We can contribute to its preservation for generations to come. Let the stories we've shared inspire you to learn more, to take action, and to become an advocate for this extraordinary place. And don't